Have you ever seen footage of this game? Well, if you have, then I'm sorry. Today we're going to be taking a bit of a deep dive into this game.
It's this guy. It's this guy's video. It's Umpaville. What? Should I watch his video? I mean, it doesn't matter. Oh well, sure. Nothing against him, but no.
It's that you seem quite sad about something. Would you like to talk about it?
When was this in the game?
Huh?
It is called Yandere Simulator.
Yes.
And Yandere Simulator is an indie game that has been in development for years. Almost half of my life since 2014. Not actually a third of my life, almost. Because I'm old! The game known as Yandere Simulator has a captain at the helm of the sinking ship.
My good friend got milk.
A little bit of a teaser there. And his name is Yandere Dev. Over the many years of this game's development.
I forgot his actual name. I know his early forum. It was Eva Zephon, I think, on the early forums. So I know that much. I forgot his actual name. He has some pretty generic name.
There have been countless changes.
In June of 2014, I made it possible to drag corpses in Yandere Simulator.
Yeah.
And yet it still has to be developed. I mean, look at these graphics. They're terrible.
Hey,
about my life at this point.
it's
I'm
not
questioning
much,
absolutely
but
everything.
maybe this will take...
This is footage from 2016-17, by the way. And the state the game is in now is abhorrent. I haven't played the game since like 2019. I think I still have the game installed, actually. I actually do. Here is the game. Install date, 9th of April 2020. I think my brother is still playing it. Yeah, the last update was in June. So from what I know, the current state of the game is pretty abhorrent. It's no longer a buggy sandbox where you can just kill random chicks and your rivals for the hell of it. It's supposed to be a boring stealth game where you just go around and there is one way to progress, and it's a boring way to progress. Sadly, that game could have been so much more if bro could have stopped being a fucking incel. Fuck that guy.
The main cause of
I love
all these
Markiplier.
hiccups and stick-ups is the Yandere Dev. This one man...
Bro looked good back then, actually. I mean, good. He looked okay.
Hiccups and stick-ups is the Yandere.
This is him from like 2009, 8, 7. The early 2000s. Mid 2000s. Yeah, this is him from there. Now he looks like a 30-year-old Reddit mod. So
Dev. This one man at the helm of this very dumb game has fallen into so many controversies. It could mark the end of Yandere Simulator
that
altogether.
water looks abhorrent, by the way.
On March 21st, 2014, a man decided to begin to...
What did you say? This is 2014, by the way. This is a 4. Imagine a 4 there.
Decided to begin development of a game about a young girl.
Does no one watch their
school,
videos anymore? I mean, I don't.
Girl that is hyper obsessed with her love, so much to the point where she is willing to kill.
Yeah, by the way, people attacking the game for the concept of the game, bro. It's a concept popularized in Japanese culture, in anime, manga, those pieces of shit. That medium is mostly set during high school, and it's largely popular during those years. So obviously it will be set there. And as if you've ever watched anime, read manga, been exposed to that culture, you know how degenerate and how just strictly anime it can be. There are tropes for a reason in anime, and they really lynched the guy for doing that on the thing. I'm lazy now.
Anyone who stands in her way. At this
So
point,
yeah, they lynched the guy for the setting of the game, even though the setting of the game was like that for a reason. I know that's a really shallow argument.
the documentation of this project began by its creator, Yandere Dev. He would consistently give everyone updates.
The old nurse, by the way, the old nurse was peak. Why did he change the nurse? I like the old nurse.
After I realized how difficult it can be to play Yandere Sim for the first time, I felt inspired to put a tutorial into the game.
And let people know
Was
about the
that a
other small
tutorial?
projects alongside the Yandere Simulator. Things he was working on, you know, his pet passion projects. In the early beginnings, back many years ago, Yandere Dev showed a small playtest of 2 characters in a room, which provided people proof that he was in fact working on this game and it wasn't just some dumb half-ass promise. And by the way, it looks the same as it does now. I just want to point that out. This is then, this is now. That looks very...
No, there is a fancier lighting now. The game looks different. The game in the beginning really looked like shit. But
very similar. I look way different in
now there's a lot of post-processing though, so, you know.
2014 than I do now.
You look the same, motherfucker. You actually look the same. You just have a beard. What the fuck do you mean? You don't even have a beard. You have the pedo mustache. What?
For being added left and right.
This is all pedo, right? Yeah, this is 2 years ago.
I decided that disposing of a body takes way too long.
With big plans in the works.
Yeah.
Yandere-chan's running speed is 5 times faster than her walking speed. So, carrying a body and running is 5 times faster than dragging a body.
First, it started with killing.
But I think you had to build up your strength by going to class. I hate how much I actually know about that game.
Animations, blood effects, and more. Then dismemberment, hiding bodies, cleaning up evidence.
Did that actually go anywhere?
Style. And then came the next natural stop for a freak, adding panty shots, and then using that as a form of currency.
The taking the penny shots is, you know, not really excusable, but it's Japan, man. It's Japan. So
that's right, guys. This is awesome.
Just
it's
excuse it.
Available for play. Just kidding. These are schoolgirls.
Is this
it's Japan.
necessary to the game? Is this pertinent information from my everyday life?
Yeah, it could have not been there. Not much would have been missed if it wasn't there. I mean, it could have been there, but there was a bit too much emphasis on it, actually. Yeah, when I think about it back, there was a bit too much emphasis. And as I understand it now, that is kind of the only way to actually progress. The only actual way that doesn't get you fucking wanted to miss a water bucket clutch in Minecraft from boredom. Yeah. It's not boring though, but yeah.
Pink, sure, why not?
And something even more surprising after this, torture methods and kidnapping. This game got really, really, really dark. And as time goes on, it
is a Yandere simulator. Read the name, my man.
It's worse and worse. Creepier and creepier, more and more disgusting. People started...
The point of the game, by the way. I don't know why I'm trying to defend the game, but I don't care.
To question this whole thing and get worried about Yandere Simulator, and more specifically, the dev behind it, Yandere Dev.
Yeah, this is him now. You can still see that gut milk face in him a bit. He has way less hair now, I think.
This appeared to the perspective of a normal person like myself as the work of a sick and twisted freak. And so who the fuck is this guy? Yandere Dev, aka Alex, and as the...
Bro, he's doing a bit of the grift because it's popular to shit on him, but you know. Neither here nor there.
Initial name implies is the creator and sole developer of Yandere Simulator. He's a 35-year-old man that has been working on this game for 9 years now. At the height of the hype of Yandere Simulator, this man was making $100,000 a year minimum. That was like on the low end.
Yeah.
He was making well.
He was doing like 6-7K on Patreon, I
set
think.
himself up to be one of the kings of indie gaming. Make a game that would mark him down in the history books of gaming.
The most efficient way to transport a corpse off of a rooftop would be to drop the corpse off the roof.
It is a unique...
The game was fun when it was that. Now it's just... No. You can't just do that now because you will get caught and game over.
idea, I've got to say. And he's a passionate man, and he had a passion for creating indie games, and his just happened to be really bizarre.
His
The
passion
hardware
goes a lot
store
deeper
was
than that.
inspired by a situation
It's
that I
random.
frequently encounter in the Hitman game.
The city is still not finished, I think, yeah? This city, I think, has been remodeled 17 times. Don't get me on that, but I think it is.
Very odd. Oh god, I think I'm allergic to this shit. Yandere Dev had a passion
Shut up,
for
bro.
making indie games, creepy ones, whatever it may be. The dude was passionate. You can't get in the way of a man's passion and his desire to be established in the Hall of Fame. In fact,
That was his desire, actually, to get recognized as a good developer, to make something. Yeah, and he wanted praises. He wanted to be praised. That's his biggest downfall, because he wanted to be praised because he did something. Even though it was shit, he did it, so praise him.
this man was so into the indie game scene, he had a hero, a developer hero named Mike Z, the creator of Skullgirls.
Yeah.
Not exactly a game that I would personally enjoy myself. I'm more of a Halo type of guy. As you can tell, I'm sitting in a $1,500 chair because I am a man-child. This game, Skullgirls, inspired Yandere Dev to make a
Never
game
played
called Lunar
Skullgirls,
Scythe.
actually.
Wow, this game looks terrible, as one might do when they have a hero and they're creating something inspired by that hero. They want to show that work to the hero to see what they would think, right? Well, what did his hero do when he showed him Lunar Scythe, Mike Z? This dick. He cast it aside and said he was unimpressed and gave him tips for improving it, embarrassing him in front of his friends, crushing his 3 months of hard, weird, freaky work.
No friend,
What did
by
this
the way.
cause? Well, a very angry man. This is important to note because this is
I turned my depression into burning hatred, something, bruh. I hate YouTube. I turned my depression into a burning hatred that fuels my desire to develop indie games and eventually outshine the asshole.
note because this is a
Yeah.
bit of a taste of things to come for Yandere Dev. This is back in 2014. You can see April 21st, 2014, guys. A Monday
Yeah.
on 4chan. Crap. I wondered if I should never have faith in my own talent again. By the way, at this point, he's not freaky. He's just, he bothers me a lot. So this is like a really hard for me to read. I'm very traumatized by Yandere Dev. His hero said this in front of a chat room with all of his friends in it, making him look terrible in front of everyone. It sounds like just some petty developer drama. I lost the respect of my friends, my self-confidence, my career plans, my 3 months of hard work, and my dream of
3 months of hard work. No. His life ruined.
making a fighting game all in one night. It was devastating. I became depressed. Enter Yandere Simulator. Very important to note that this is the inception of this. By the way, I think his hero is probably not that impressed looking back now. Frankie, would you stop eating stuff on the ground? This is the anger and rage and reaction of a man who's going to solo develop a better game than Skullgirls. What? How? Skullgirls is incredible. Shortly after this game went public and was available for people to play, it went massively viral. In fact, you've probably seen most of the old school Let's Players play it. Or by old school, I mean 2015, 2017. Jacksepticeye.
Top of the morning to you, ladies. My name is Jacksepticeye, and welcome to Yandere Simulator.
Never watched them. Watched Iggy though. Respect for anyone who actually know who Iggy was. My goat. Iggy back in the days, like 2016, 2017 Iggy. Big fiction, bro.
Me. What's going on, everybody? I'm back again playing Yandere Simulator. Here we have in front of us a red-headed senpai. Bijou Mike Razbowski. MBR. I don't know if you ever played it, but he's fucking awesome. This game was so incredibly popular. It was wild. Every one of my friends and all the creators I can think of were playing it during that time, talking about it, making 20-minute Let's Plays on
because it was a fun sandbox. Just go kill a thing game. It was fun, buggy sandbox, man.
Corey Kenshin, by the way, I love Corey Kenshin.
Also, we've got some sound effects for when you kill people, and students will now scream. So let's test this out real quick.
Students will now scream. Such a good feature.
And yes, I also did in fact play Yandere Simulator when my channel was first starting out back in 2015, 2016. And you can rest there.
As did anyone else.
Maybe. There we go.
Everyone
Perfect.
else.
That's easy. I'm glad I leveled up my physical Physical education, is that what it is? I know I don't look like a gamer now. I look like some kind of male model sex icon, whatever, you know, with the most beautiful girlfriend in the entire world. But this is what I looked like in 2016, so it makes more sense.
I don't know what bro is yapping about.
To be totally honest, but I guess I got to. I look like the type of guy to play Yandere Simulator. I look like the type.
Even now he looks like a guy who'd play Yandere Simulator, man. Yeah.
Type of guy to just play it, not even film it, just play it in my own time. I promise I didn't. I spent every waking moment shooting fucking arrows into the woods and hunting animals in my bare feet. Playlists upon playlists, episodes upon episodes of this game were just spewed into the YouTube sphere. Check out this footage of me playing it.
Who you calling Pinhead?
This massive firestorm of interest for Yandere Simulator came very early on in the development of the game. This was 2015, 16, 17. There was a lot of content to record and upload and milk for YouTube, but there was nothing really in the game. The game was not even close to being finished, and it was updating extremely slowly. It is time to commit some acts of murder. Oh shit, someone saw me. As an example, we fast forward
Big 2016 YouTube.
to 2023. The game has been in development for over 9 years, and it's not done.
Even more
of
now.
course, it's because it's just
I guess it crossed 10 years
but at the same time, it's still being developed incredibly slowly. I can confidently say that this game's development is slow. It's pretty slow. Now, why is that, though? What causes a game to be developed slowly? Is it hard to make a game? Yeah, of course, dude. This guy, it's been 9 years and the game still sucks. There's not a finished product. There's not even a release date. What the how are you doing?
I'm confident that that game will never release. And even if it releases, it will release in such an abhorrently bad state that you would be better off just go and play the 2016 version, if that is even available now. I don't know, probably somewhere on the Internet Archive, probably someone bothered to archive the old versions of the game. Probably.
And it's popular. He had years and years of extreme popularity.
I saw Megaminx playing this game, and I'm like, yep, I need to check it out right now.
PewDiePie got banned off of Twitch, by the way,
but it all just comes
he was like rebroadcasting some of his videos. He had a deal with Twitch, and then Yandere Simulator video randomly popped up, and he got banned because that game was banned on Twitch a while ago. When the game was banned, was like somewhere around that time the game started nosediving. Yeah.
Down to it being one singular man. There's an obvious problem here. It all falls on this one guy's head. To be clear, though, it hasn't always been like this. The man has called in constant volunteers who are incredibly passionate for the game, called them in to help develop it for free. By the way, in many cases,
that game is
they pledge
built
their
by
full support
volunteers
to help the man. Voice actors, designers, even a professional programmer. Yandere Dev has had more help on this project than pretty much any other indie game on the market. And while it's still no surprise, it's not done yet. Still not. How is that possible? The man had pretty bad 80.
That Unity project has to be barely standing by this time. I can't imagine opening a 10-year-old Unity project. I don't know how Unity handles that, but I can't imagine, bro. Just pulling a random 10-year-old project with some asset named DVR.3stump.particle.effect. Somewhere in some random folder in the middle of nothing. I can't imagine having to deal with that. I can't open a project from 2 months ago without wanting to just pull out the little bit of hair I still have left.
PhD. It's one way to put it. He was shifting his focus so much. To be honest, it's unbelievable the game has had any updates at all, and he stuck with it for more than a year at most. His insanely long lists of things needed to be implemented into the game. There's no organization. It's wild. It's development nightmare. Hell. True hell. He goes from needing to implement key features to actually make the game good, but instead adds a series of Easter eggs to keep the fans of his game entertained and playing it on YouTube. I remember a big thing was myths and legends on Yandere Simulator.
The Easter eggs were fun for a YouTube video. They were fun for that. And and I don't really think it takes that long. He can probably knock an Easter egg down in a day. But make the game, bro. Just put the fries
find
in
out
there.
if stuff was possible in the game. I even did a Myths and Legends thing on it. How embarrassing is that? That is so fucking embarrassing. Shouldn't you add actual features to the game?
No.
Not just Easter eggs like this, the guy with the blue eye from Undertale? I've never played Undertale. The guy from the why would you add that? Are you an idiot? Jesus, there's so many ideas here. It's crazy. How is one man supposed to do all this? Technically,
He could have pulled it off, by the way.
did add a
If he
lot of these
actually
things,
focused.
but it took an incredibly long time to do so. So long that people just got frustrated and left the game's audience. For example, one of the lead rivals in the game took so long to add, he had worked on her since 2016.
My goal for this year has always been to get
Yeah, it's Osana, bro. I don't really like her. I like the color, the purple haired one with the big polygonal bluebies. I like that one. I don't even know her name. I liked her more. Osana,
Osana into the game
not really my gem.
fully functional before 2017.
And she was finally finished on August 30th, 2020, one day after my birthday. I think it was his present to me, to be honest.
Happy
That was
birthday.
4 years to add one character. He was too busy adding Easter eggs and gimmicks to the game, so more people would put it in clickbait and stuff, and Bijou Mike could play it more. I'm not really sure. Does Bijou Mike still play that shit? I haven't checked in a while, but I know he really loved that game. Bijou Mike. Does Bijou Mike even post anymore? He does. Well, there's the last one on his channel from a month ago. Interesting. Well, Yandere Dev himself says he even put off adding her because he didn't feel the game was fun enough, which is interesting.
For a long time, I deliberately put
This is all done by volunteers, by the way. All of the fan art for the game is done by volunteers. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you.
Osana at the bottom of my priority list.
Tutorial window. I mean,
Because
was
I
fun
felt it
without
was
a
more
tutorial.
important to finish implementing every feature I thought the game required in order to be fun.
In my opinion, it just seems like an excuse to keep people interested to fund the Patreon, which for a time was giving him $5,000 a month, which is a solid amount. And to add insult to injury, he even had a game developer from a studio called Tiny Build offer to help him. This was the professional game dev that I mentioned.
oh yeah, it was the guys who made Hello Neighbor, I think. Probably. Yeah. So I'm just paraphrasing a video I watched. So, you know. Yeah, the guys who made Hello Neighbor, they offered help for him. They made a deal. They came in and said, motherfucker, we'll help you. Here's a developer. Here's more developers. We will help you. They looked at the code. They said, motherfucker, this is unreadable. We have to redo all of this. You and me will sit down and redo this in a manner that's actually workable by people, that someone can actually fix your shit. And he said, nope, I want complete creative control. I want complete control over everything. You know, you don't know shit. I am the greatest developer to ever live. Fuck off. And yeah, that was the end of that story.
Earlier.
So, in summary, a game company called Tiny Build is going to be helping me out in numerous ways.
And what did this man do? He fired him and said that he was messing up the game, aka he was fixing incredibly shittily written code and making it easier to read and edit and add to and improve. Do not mess up my game. I put a lot of time and effort into this game and these panty shots. I love this game. It's a recipe for disaster when you make a game that you can jack off to.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I don't actually think anyone jacked off to that. It was a funny game where you got to kill people in a... I'm gonna stop there. I was gonna say Unalive and high school in the same sentence. I mean, I said it here, but you know, and I realized that would not be a very good idea. I fucking hate modern media landscape.
But then again, it's a schoolgirl game, so I don't even know why I keep saying that. We'll get into it, guys. We'll get into it. It's weird. Now, Alex said that this all ended on good terms, but leaked emails showed that Alex owed over $30,000 to the developer for wasting their time. But he didn't have to pay any of it because he threatened to shit on them with his socials, which were over 2.5 million at the time subscribers on YouTube. So he didn't have to pay the 30 grand. It was just dropped. They moved on. Wait till you hear this. In short, I am currently not under any sort of a non-disparagement or identification clause.
Blah, blah,
Theoretically,
blah.
if I wanted to, I could upload a 20-minute video explaining to my audience of 2.4 million subscribers that Tiny Build has massively screwed me over and that no developer should ever work with them. I've had 15 months to do so, and I haven't done it because I hate drama. You're welcome. So this incredibly bizarre and insecure man wanted to be known as a competent game designer.
I want to build a name for myself as a competent game designer who knows how to create.
He's not. Look at the state of the game now. He could have gone in a better direction, in a more fun direction. No. Interesting how he said game designer, right? The game designer's job is to design the experience, and he's doing everything. Just his code, from what I've heard, is terrible. Look like my code back in the day in high school, primary school even. What high school, bro? When I got into high school, I stopped programming because I couldn't get into programming school because I was too busy playing League of Legends. So, yeah, broken dreams aside, let's watch the video.
A game that requires skill and intelligence to beat.
This whole thing was spawned out of just being shat on by Mike Z. But he didn't even learn like coding from a traditional space. Not exactly that you have to, but you'd think that you would try to improve your skills using more verifiable methods. For example, with the guitar. I learned how to play the guitar by ear. I learned how to play the guitar by watching Marty Schwartz and buying random books. Now, after 11 years, I have a guitar teacher. And guess what? I've improved more in the last 3 months than I did in 10 years. It's almost like I was an idiot for thinking I could do it myself. Experts and mentors.
You can only get so far yourself. I mean, it depends on who you are, actually. You can actually do a surprising amount of things by yourself, just by brute forcing. But one wrong move and you're brute forcing in a wrong direction through a concrete wall, which is not good.
Exist for a reason. Check out these tweets. Yandere Dev, I have a question. How did you learn codings? Was it from working in a company? Tutorials? Scoop? Fredo. I learned the basic by messing around in free program like Game Maker. I turned it into a skill while working at the company.
He was he wanted to be an animator, and he worked a bit from some company. He was basically a random grunt worker who got to do nothing, pretty much, as I remember.
Look at that little guy. This man is kind of notorious for being a really shitty programmer, to the point where people have even reacted to the code that he's written and laughed about it, saying that it's the most ineffective way to code a game pretty much in history. Which, is this true? I don't know. Are people just shitting on him? Probably. Maybe.
What's actually happening here? What is he calling? Title my render something main texture something here texture. What the fuck? Female uniform student. What the fuck is he even doing?
But it is funny to watch, though, to be honest.
Guess
the man,
he's
some people's opinion, is not qualified to be seen as a competent game developer and probably will never be known as one. His track record, pretty bad. But what he is known for, guys, is being a bad person. Let's get into that. I just said Yandere Dev is a bad person, aka Alex. Is he really?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
He's Alex.
Let's get into it.
I guess his name was Alex. I knew he had a basic name.
It might seem unbelievable that I would make such a claim.
Way more fun to remember.
Grown man who spent nearly a decade of his life developing a game in which you sexually harass and slaughter high school aged girls. Yep. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Don't scream. Your screams were cut short.
I mean, yeah, you killed them. So that was the point of the game.
Bizarre that might
kill your rival and anyone standing in your way.
It's interesting that this is a sort of a revelation that we're all kind of coming to simultaneously. He has an audience, 2.4 million or whatever the f it was, and he loves to abuse and disrespect them while live streaming. In fact, while live streaming a game, he called a viewer a retard and then told them to go themselves.
You're a fucking retard, sold out.
Yeah, bro, classic early internet behavior. Bro was active on the internet since 2003. What do you expect from him? Basic, man. What? And obviously you're gonna call someone a retard if they're a retard. I don't justify him, by the way. /s.
Go fucking yourself.
Oh yeah, he had an obsession with Zero Suit Sam. He had an obsession with her.
Some shit.
Here he is seen screaming at viewers, calling them morons and idiots.
Yeah, well, who's laughing now? Who's laughing now, you morons?
Maybe he should go
Fishing or something.
Here's him telling a viewer to go frick themselves and to violently insert and remove a cactus into their bung before then deep throating it. Kind of fucked up, kind of funny to be honest.
Yeah.
I need you to find a cactus, alright? Then I need you to stick that cactus up your ass and vigorously, violently ass. Then I need you to word this, and I want you to it. Just all inside of your
The most respectful League of Legends chat, by the way. When your jungler steals your cannon, this is the most polite and respectful thing you can say. So I see nothing bad with this.
Damn it, in and out of your entire raw.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like a very stable guy.
The most respectful League of Legends chat.
Very healthy man.
He's playing a rage game. That's funny. When you rage at the game is funny. That was the whole point of 2016 YouTube. Over the top reactions. It's funny. I mean, not really in his content, but it's funny.
All right, bro, relax.
Yeah.
Relax, dude. Relax. He's also just shitty to people who offer feedback to his game. People that enjoy the game and play it.
Yeah.
Check this out. No, you can frick right off. You've got absolutely no clue what you were talking about, you dumbass. If something is an obstacle to development, I'm going to eliminate the obstacle. The mod was presenting obstacles for me in the form of worthless bug reports, so I cock-blocked it. Go stick your dick in a beehive if you have a problem with this decision, you dumb
Yeah.
Imagine if Pete Hines or Todd Howard said this to people who are critical of like Starfield or Fallout. I would honestly be happy to be. I mean, just thinking about
yeah. If Todd Howard came out on stage and said this, everyone would say, "Sure, bro, based, sure." I mean, Todd Howard did come on stage and say, "It just works. It just works." It never just worked, by the way.
like that. There's a lot of
Bethesda is known for that, so we kind of get what we're getting. We know what we're getting from Bethesda, so it's normal.
people that he's particularly disgusting towards. The dude is a goober. He's dug himself a hole and gets pissed off when people call him out for it. I mean, he's made the choice to develop this game on his own, and he writes code in a way that 10 lines is equal to 1 line of normal human code, or just someone with some background in game development. He takes 10 times as long to code, and then, like I showed earlier, he spends 8 to 12 hours answering emails instead of developing games very slowly.
Receive an avalanche of emails.
Oh, yeah, he was bitching about getting so many emails. And he didn't want... Love the mouse pad, by the way. Bro. Sure, man. Sure. Yeah, he was bitching about getting so many emails. And when motherfucker said, okay, you have volunteers, just have someone like parse through your email to see what's important, what's not. He just came out and said, nope, I want full control over everything to do with this game, every decision, everything. Fuck off.
Every single day, depending on how much email I get, sometimes I spend between 8 and 12 hours going through my email.
What the... This is unbelievable. 8 to 12 hours responding. That has to be an exaggeration. That has to be an exaggeration.
Probably not. Knowing what I kind of was retold about that guy, probably not.
I refuse to believe that anyone is responding to fucking emails. Just like fan mail? What is it? You got a product you're selling? Emails about the game or what, bro? What the fuck? It's not about the game. We'll get into that. Now, to be fair to Yandere Dev, I do understand that this started as a hobby project, by the way. Kind of started out of the heat of the moment.
YouTube is done with
Mike
Sniper
C
Wolf
thing,
drama.
whatever.
Wow.
He wanted to start
Watch
developing a
that.
game at the tender young age of 26 years old about stalking, killing, and harassing high schoolers.
So now, Yandere-chan performs
Oh,
a
well.
proper corpse disposal animation at the incinerator.
Which is awesome and super cool and super chill, as we all agree upon, I'm sure.
Yes,
but
yes,
he
we
found
agree.
a following of demented weirdos with similar fantasies as him, and they went to see the
Now, those demented weirdos come from the 2016 era of YouTube, when that game was a buggy, fun sandbox with a Japanese spin of killing high school girls. Ah, fuck, I guess. Sorry, TikTok.
this game succeed, and he's doing his best to not let that happen, but also let that happen. I really don't. It's a confusing situation. He's just an asshole to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
That is,
He
unless
is.
you are a potential mate, in which he will crawl on his knees and beg like a dog for attention. He is a horny, horny, horny man. Check this out. This is like a clip of him at some kind of freak convention where Yandere cosplayers meet up, and he only gives shirts to the attractive women.
Black and I'm like, wait, that's great. I got abused.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at this guy. Look at this.
I'm being stalked. I got abused. I got stabbed.
And yeah, notice how most of the motherfuckers showing here, he had a big chick audience because women like psychopaths and being a psychopath and killing people as a woman. I mean, I love that too in game, but it's mostly this type of woman.
Actually, that would be.
Look at this Cooper. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this fucking. Bro, pull out with his fucking. I don't know, but this cosplayer is fucking Asmod, bro.
I can't imagine being like a 40-year-old man hanging out at a convention like that. I mean, those are all young people, it seems like. But maybe
Yeah.
the dude likes his ladies like he likes his game. Underdeveloped, slow. The man has
even
an
Bro realized what
understandable
he
need
said.
for female attention. That's what men desire. Female attention. And vice versa, whatever, just in general kind of. I'm just speaking out of my ass a little bit. It
SMI.
seems like a lot of people
Welcome
want
to the
that,
club.
right? And this desire, coupled with the fact that he has some power, he's sort of a famous guy. He's got a cool game that a bunch of people who love that shit. I mean, all those people, the conventioners swarmed around him like he's some kind of deity. This, all on top of him being a bit of disgusting person, exemplifies some bizarre behavior and causes some pretty insane allegations to be thrown at this man over the years. And it seems like he has some pretty disgusting and dark fantasies as well. We'll get into it. An interesting little looking glass into the mind of Yandere Dev comes from a Vice interview that was done on Yandere Simulator a while ago. Have you noticed any initial resistance to the game at all? I'm definitely not in denial about the fact that I'm developing a game where the player is capable of slaughtering children and harassing underage girls. However, I don't feel ashamed about this because it's entirely fictional. No real person is getting killed. No real girl is being abused. I think that the overwhelmingly positive reception that the game has been getting is proof that most
And the
of
game being confined to the medium in which it is, in the setting where it's kind of justifiably normal. It's not, but you can see through it. You can see in the context in which the game is set, in the set. It makes sense. That's
can
all
just
I'm
tell the
saying.
difference between fantasy and reality, and that most well-adjusted, sensible people don't get offended about what happens to virtual make-believe characters. Yes, sensible, well-adjusted people, my friend. So eventually,
Bryce, weren't you signaling a bit too much?
this goober saved himself by saying that everyone was 18 plus and changing the uniforms, etc. He saved the game because there was so much backlash, and it's just creepy and completely unnecessary to have a game where you slaughter young girls. It's weird. Who wants to play that? Apparently,
Women. What do you mean who wants to play that, bro? You saw the chicks. They want to play that. They want to be a crazy psycho fulfilling their unfulfilled high school fantasies about killing their romantic rivals. Bro, I'ma stop
I
yapping.
did in 2016. The hell? Oh my goodness. There's arms.
Yeah, when you could summon the arm demon and go around the school killing anyone.
I didn't. It was YouTube, dude. I didn't fucking like this shit. Stupid as And he also said this.
Yeah, bro is virtue signaling a bit too much.
Check this out. The whole everyone is 18 thing is bullshit anyway, obviously. The characters are clearly and obviously 16 to 18, but I have to officially say that they're 18 for legal reasons. It's like this in every game with 16 to 18-year-old characters. Nobody gives a shit outside of Yandere Sim because people look for reasons to crap on me. Under 18 characters have been dying and getting into sexual situations in anime games for years. Just look at Dangan or Persona. It's just the way things
Yeah, anime games. Things primarily developed in Japan, where people don't really give a... I mean, they give a fuck, but it's more normalized there. And because he's from the other side of the ocean, then you get lynched a bit more.
It's commonplace in games. It's practically the norm. Dude, shut the fuck up, you freak. Anyways, which is it, man? Which is it, man? You have a history of being a really creepy guy, and the things you've said about your game and people being under the age of 18 is also really, really, really creepy. This man's wishy-washy nature about his statements regarding the age of the characters in the game that he made really start to make sense when you look a bit into his past. He has a history of being a creep, foundationally so. And there are many sources to back it up. This guy had a blog where he was a self-proclaimed video game babes examiner.
Alex.
Now, this man was like 23 at the time of writing this. In these blog posts that he made, Alex, the Yandere dev, would rate games that were created for creeps, essentially. And so much of it is disgusting to read. Look at this. To love Rude Darkness, Battle Ecstasy allows the player to
love Rude Darkness Battle Ecstasy allows a player to do something to anime girls. Huh. I think To Love Ru is that a fan game?
Anime girls.
Let's hope it's a fan game.
What is wrong with you? The whole thing just gets worse and worse and worse, and he puts pictures up of the game. You can even find all this stuff on his public Twitter that he
Video game babes.
seems to have forgotten the password to. But the links don't work anymore because he covered some of his tracks. Smart guy. He also wrote this in his chat. My true form is a 16-year-old Japanese schoolgirl with double D breasts and naturally pink hair and rainbow-colored eyes. Your true form is a freak. So the dude is an absolute freak.
Okay, I can't defend bro on that one. Can't defend bro on that one. Nope. Just become a VTuber, man.
This is very much clear. You can see he's inconsistent, or he realized at some point he needed to say that they were all 18 and up just to save his own ass, right? Because people think it's weird, which makes sense. I mean, it is weird. It's really freaky, and you should stop doing that and go back to wherever you're from. Also, leave. Just in general. He said this in 2015. Since it's Yandere-chan's second year in high school, I think she's 17. Since Senpai is 1 year above her, he's probably 18. You know, bro, it's your game. What you say is canon. But then he just switched it up immediately because he realized he couldn't just insert himself into all the fantasies of his game. So now they're all 18 plus because he's a 16-year-old double D girl, Japanese schoolgirl with rainbow eyes, or whatever the fuck he said. Another little strange red flag that was brought up in the development of Yandere Simulator was this little funny moment in which he said he didn't want all of the main...
I don't know, bro. Which one of this looks cool? Hate this chick. Don't know this chick. This chick looks like the one that was a placeholder for this chick. Don't know. Is this the nurse? I don't know. This some teacher? Yeah, the teacher was good. And I don't know who these are. I don't know why this is the last one. As that inspired motherfucker.
Rivals in the game to just be copy pastes of Osana, the already finished rival. So he gave us a list of what's to come. But then he showed, I guess it's a joke, all the different versions of Osana. Osana, Cooking Osana, Snobby Osana, Spooky Osana, Sporty Osana, Clumsy Osana, Slutty Osana, Manly Osana, Osana, Final Boss Osana. Osana. Interesting. Dude's
is bro supposed to fuck his cousin at some point? Or sister? No, in Japan it's probably a sister, but he will probably go for the cousin cope.
A fantasy for himself. He's living out his fantasies in these games. This is so fucking creepy. All of this information sets the stage for the recent drama that Yandere Dev has been involved in. As of September 2023, there have been grooming allegations against Yandere Dev. That's quite surprising to me. Some alleged messages came to light of Yandere Dev being very...
With all his power? and all the impressionable young, not so mentally adjusted chicks, he, in a moment, let's say in a prolonged period of time of weakness, taking advantage or moving the needle on that? No, bro. What? No, an incel? What? No, bro. No. You can't believe it. Coping, bro. Is coping. Bro, is...
And this caused an entire spiral of events that I'm going to do my best.
Not possible. Not possible.
To fucking explain. Good luck me. So this comes from a source which is a YouTuber named Ali. On
YouTuber.
On July 16th, 2020.
Were those like 1,000 videos, by the way? What?
Named Ali.
937 videos. How?
On July 16th, 2023,
how do you do that?
A victim referred to as Jane contacted this YouTuber stating she was actively being groomed and used by Yandere Dev, aka Alex. They were voice recordings that were sent, and they've been warped to protect the victim because it is a minor, and also random unimportant blabbering was cut as well.
Can people just stop using the internet? Just stop. Just shitpost. Don't DM people. Don't. It's not worth it. Especially in with that much influence, and with that wide of a random audience specifically following you for a specifically niche weird thing. Just cut yourself loose. Just no DMs. Nada. Nothing. Not worth. That conversation is not worth it. Believe me, it's not worth it.
To just get the full picture of how creepy these conversations were. Saying things like she's adorable and she's so cute. Saying that she's skinny and it's hot. And also him saying Mother Nature specializes minors. This kind of reminds me of that guy. Remember that Asian guy that we covered that was... He
don't
said
remember.
That, like, I don't even want to say any of it.
So when people talk about something like, of course you want it to be something that's enjoyable. You want to have fun with it. You want to get excited.
Look at him, bro. Look at him. You can see the madness in his eyes. I can imagine like the Jared Leto Joker coming out of him any second, just damaged on his forehead. Like, I don't know how he thought this looks like anything. Like, how? Like, he edited this video. How? You look at this and how?
If that's what you want to do, you want to be peaceful with it. You want to appreciate it. So as long as it's harm-free, it is perfect.
Remember that guy? It is creepy to be talking to a 16-year-old girl like this. There's no way to defend this type of behavior. It's...
Yeah, bro. Just don't. It's not worth it. Just don't. Please.
Wrong. The tone of voice. There are a lot of screenshots of what is allegedly Yandere Dev talking to this Jane person. Then when Yandere Dev realized the photos were out, he tried to turn the whole thing around to get Jane to stop sharing them all and delete everything. You're the one traumatizing me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This here is trauma. This is abuse. This is power imbalance. I'm being emotionally abused by you. I'm 16. You have this massive blackmail over me. You are 35.
Yeah, like, and on Snapchat, bro. Why? Like, why do you even have Snapchat as a 35-year-old motherfucker? Why? You delete Snapchat once you turn 16. What the fuck? It's not worth it. Believe me, if someone out there on the internet ever does anything, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Just stop. Go for a walk, please. Go outside. Go smell trees, bro. I don't know. Bring a rope with you to walk the dog.
The first bark of the night. Good girl, Frankie. I am going to delete Snapchat now. There is something I want.
Now. I'm gonna delete Snapchat now. Not. You know what? No.
I want to ask you to do, but I know you probably won't do it. Please say I lied.
That was
None of it
something.
was real. I asked my friend to use.
Something died. What died? Now the camera died. Bro, that, you know how much that sucks actually. You know how much that actually sucks. I fucking hate it. Okay, camera is dead. Let's see. I probably have a different camera somewhere. So yeah, the phone is dead. Not charging. Oh well. Grab the shitty webcam though. Look at my shitty, crisp 300p, 3 FPS quality. Okay.
Yandere Dev AI voice changer. That is not actually his voice. Please don't actually release any video. The evidence is all fake. Imagine saying that. That's so strange. All this now.
Yeah, his voice did sound a bit too deep, but that, you know, it doesn't matter.
Seemed like a massive losing battle for Yandere Dev, but he did actually get what he wanted for some time. Drama came up again, and Jake requested that Ali, the original YouTuber that leaked the recording evidence voice video thing, Jane requested that Ali not post the video because the audio was clearly her voice and it was getting her harassed at school. Yandere Simulator style. And for a little bit of time, Ali really did seem like the bad guy because she posted it regardless of Jane's request. And in a Reddit post, we have Jane sharing their thoughts from the screenshots of Ali posting the stuff anyways. Jane said they couldn't handle it. Maybe in the future, they didn't want to deal with it right now. And then Ali's like trying to get them to do it no matter what. And then Jane just says, I just don't want it. It's obviously a very stressful thing. Regardless, I've never had anything like this happen to me. So what the f do I know? It's all allegations.
Motherfuckers are a bit hungry for, you know, just exposing someone.
Video anyways, and people were not very happy. People saying no means no. Jane didn't want the video shared, etc. It was bad. It was manipulation. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Okay, here we go.
It was bad.
After some time passed, Jane changed her mind and decided to have the video put back up to kind of get the full story out there. And Jane realized that she felt bad because she saw Yandere Dev as like a boyfriend, despite it not being a healthy or legal thing at all. She was manipulated the entire time, she claims. Then Ali would defend herself, saying that Jane allowed her to put everything back up. Boom, we've got proof of that. Jane was comfortable with it being put up this time. Later on, Jane's original position of not wanting to post stuff was clarified by a TikToker stating that she backed out of wanting the video uploaded because she was being threatened by Alex with legal action and more.
First and foremost, she wants everyone to know that she has been
bro, no, I can't take you seriously. I'm sorry, I can't take you seriously. The guy is a piece of shit. He's an actual piece of shit. Fuck him, but I can't take you seriously.
Everything that Ali, Bug, and I have been doing in public. She felt the need to hide this.
Stop pausing, bro. You know, okay, it's TikTok. It's TikTok. I'm not the one to speak. It's just TikTok.
Support because she felt threatened by Alex.
Pausing.
Behind the scenes, not only was Alex having Jane help him field questions and write apologies for
Yes, he made his 16-year-old victim help him write his apology.
him, but he was also getting her to retract statements with threats of legal
Actually still
action so that he could dodge accountability for what he had done.
And then after
bro is a piece of shit, but I can't take that chick seriously. I just can't.
everything happened, Yandere Dev ran to his epic vlog and posted an apology.
Hi, you've probably heard some really concerning stuff over the last few days. You might have seen a video that has left you feeling worried, disappointed, and wondering what I have to say for myself. There's a part of me that wants to say, no, you don't understand. The video was edited in an extremely dishonest and misleading way, blah, 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 but I'm not going to focus on that. There's a part of me that wants to do what I usually do and type out a massive essay where I over-explain absolutely every single detail about the entire situation.
Oh, what the dog doing?
Imagine having that level of self-awareness, but still not being able to capitalize on it. Check this out. I'm just gonna take accountability and own up to a really, really huge fucking mistake that I've made. This is just such a classic Yandere Dev thing to do. Man's got his underdeveloped game and he loves underdeveloped girls, and he also has an underdeveloped mind. I keep thinking, I actually did that? You goddamn idiot. But I want you to know that I've been kicking myself nonstop since this situation happened. Okay, that's good, brother. That's awesome. Instead of doing everything in my power to disprove the allegations that I'm attracted to kids, I made some remarks that sound really, really, really questionable. I'm just going to own up to this one. That's good. I'm glad you're taking accountability for whatever that is. Whatever that is. Really interesting. Really interesting. Also, this is a long post, and it's just a strange over-explanation of every single minute detail.
I mean, the guy did say so, that he likes writing big essays, so... Hey... At least he was honest.
Weird. Since this happened, by the way, he has a bit of a statement on behalf of the people who volunteered to help make the game, the people whose voice assets and other assets he used to help his dream come to life. Some of the game's volunteers started receiving harassment and abusive messages. They can no longer be associated with me or my project and want me to remove their assets from the game. I get it. Yeah, that's it seems like it's probably the end. Probably the end of that. So the man made a relatively fair and relatively rational, comparatively speaking, apology, owning up to being creepy, owning up to being a freak, and saying that he's going to suffer from this and he realizes his mistake. Good. That's awesome, okay? And then after this, he shows, for what it's worth, a donation towards RAIN, which is a sexual assault survivors charity, and one that we've
yeah, but gave $1,000
here on the channel. He proves that he donated $1,000 to it. You know, that's awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
It seems like this might be the end. He was finally caught red-handed. Although there's no crime to be put behind bars, he was now publicly known as what people thought he was, a disgusting creep. That wasn't the end, guys. On October 1st, Yandere Dev had one more post about the state future of Yandere Simulator. How does he rationalize how bad this game is and how it hasn't come anywhere over the last multiple years? I think I can pinpoint the cause. Haven't left the house since July 2019. No real-life acquaintances. 16 plus hours on the computer every day. No vacations in half a decade. Prioritizing work above my physical health. See a therapist. Get hobbies that don't involve a computer or TV screen. Step away from the game development for a few months. All of it can be summarized as start making healthy life choices. If I want to do more good than harm to the world, I have to get my head straight. That might involve spending less time at the PC, less time on the internet, and less time developing the game. The project doesn't need to outright die,
if he actually finished the game in 2 years, he wouldn't be even more fucked up. Not that he really was leaving the house probably more before then, but ever since this, yeah, probably even less.
Significant progress towards evolving into a much healthier person. Over the years, Yandere Simulator and myself have been through countless controversies. I'm sorry for not properly addressing most of those controversies and for responding to some of those controversies in ways that only made things worse. There are still a lot of things I want to address in a proper manner one day, but now is not the time. I don't want to let them down.
Bro, with his essays.
That is. I owe it to them for giving me 9 years of their attention. I owe them answers. I owe them satisfaction, and I owe them closure. I don't want—
You owe them to finish the fucking game. The motherfuckers who've been supporting you on Patreon for 9 years. You owe them motherfuckers a fun game.
I want to cancel the game. I want to keep developing it. But I don't think I can do that if I keep being a mistake machine. I can't guarantee when will be the next time I'll write a blog post. But I'm not sure what the blog post will ever even be about. I probably won't be posting as frequently as I updating the game as previously as I frequently was. I forgot how to fucking read. I'll be spending a lot of time thinking about how I should proceed from this point forward. I'll be considering all possible options, even the uncomfortable ones, such as reducing the scope of the game to make it into a project that would be much easier to finish with limited resources, and the absolute last resort of handing off development to someone else. For what it's worth, I apologize for everything.
Yeah, if he did that, the game might have actually been done and fun. But oh well.
And I thank you for
it will actually never happen, probably.
So after 9 years...
Even to this day. This thing was like 2 years ago. Even to this day, motherfucker will still never do that.
From developing the game, even thinking about the possibility of just passing it off to someone else.
And yeah, let's see that. Let's see. Where is the last? When was the last blog? Okay, happy Halloween. Bro is active. Bro is active. This is some fan art. I am getting banned on everything. So bro is actually active. Bro is actually active. I hate reading, so I will not be reading anything. But the skimpy fan art is saying everything about everything. Yeah, bro is actually surprisingly active. I don't know how much he's actually working on the game, but he's surprisingly active. This bug fix build on the 20th. Surprisingly active. If you're new around here, I'll provide blah 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 blah. Sometimes release small standalone. What the fuck? What's the small standalone game? This thing. Sharura. Yeah, he's still up to his old antics. Oh well. At least the game is getting something.
Abandoning his child. All it took was concrete proof of what people had pretty much thought and had been saying the whole time. Interesting. Taking people's money for 9 years and still not having a finished product. And then finally he realizes...
Such is life.
maybe I need to go touch grass. Yeah, you fucking think? Seems like the end of Yandere Dev to me, guys. What went wrong? Well, probably all the weird shit that came out in September, to be honest. And also, game devs just suck. You know, he added a bunch of stupid gimmicks and Easter eggs for YouTubers to keep them hooked, fucking hook, line, and sinker, to keep that little...
So that's the video, I guess. He won't really say anything smart after that. And what's the conclusion? The game was fun in 2016.